Marvin Gaye's voice could soothe the soul, ignite passion, and stir revolution, all in a single note. But behind the smooth vocals and timeless hits lay a life filled with contradictions. He was a visionary trapped between genius and torment, a man who could redefine music yet struggled to find peace within himself. Few know that his greatest love songs were born from heartbreak, his most powerful anthems from inner turmoil. Even fewer realize that the father of Let's Get It On and What's Going On was once so disillusioned he considered walking away from music entirely. His story is one of brilliance and tragedy, triumph and self-destruction. And in the end, it wasn't the industry or his demons that claimed him. It was something far closer to home. Marvin Gaye Jr. was born on April 2, 1939, in Washington, D.C., where his journey toward musical greatness began. Growing up in a strict household under the watchful eye of his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., a minister, and his loving but protective mother, Alberta Gaye, Marvin found solace in music. From an early age, his powerful voice and deep connection to melody were evident, nurtured through his involvement in the church choir. The harmonies of gospel music became his foundation, shaping the emotive and soulful delivery that would later define his career. Despite his natural talent, Marvin's early years were fraught with struggle. His time in the Air Force was brief, as his rebellious spirit clashed with military discipline. Determined to pursue his passion, he ventured into the music industry, but success did not come easily. Early setbacks tested his resolve, yet his perseverance led him to Detroit, where fate introduced him to the burgeoning Motown Records. Under the guidance of Berry Gordy, Marvin emerged as a key architect of the Motown sound, blending smooth vocals with rich, orchestrated arrangements. His ascent to stardom was swift, marked by timeless hits that resonated across generations. Songs like Ain't That Peculiar, How Sweet It Is, To Be Loved by You, and I Heard It Through the Grapevine cemented his place as a household name. His ability to seamlessly collaborate with other artists only added to his appeal, with legendary duets alongside Tammy Terrell producing unforgettable classics like Ain't No Mountain High Enough and You're All I Need to Get By. Yet, Marvin Gaye was more than a hitmaker. He was a visionary. With What's Going On, he shattered the traditional Motown mold, infusing social consciousness into his music. The album was a bold statement, both musically and politically, addressing war, poverty, and systemic injustice with unparalleled depth and sincerity. Let's Get It On followed, showcasing a different side of his artistry, drenched in sensuality and raw emotion. With every note, every lyric, he redefined soul music, elevating it to new heights. Even in adversity, Marvin Gaye's genius could not be dimmed. His triumphant return with Sexual Healing marked a resurgence, proving that his artistry remained as potent as ever. The song's sultry groove and impassioned delivery captivated audiences, earning him a Grammy and reaffirming his status as an icon. His final performances were filled with the same soul-stirring magic, yet behind the scenes, turmoil brewed. Marvin Gaye's family shaped his journey, with siblings who stood by him through triumphs and trials. His eldest sister, Jean, lived a quiet life, while his brother Frankie, a Vietnam veteran, pursued music before passing in 2001. Ziola shared their family struggles in My Brother Marvin. Marvin also had half-brothers, Michael Cooper, from his mother's previous relationship, and Antoine Carey Gaye, born from his father's affair, who resembles him in voice and appearance. Through love, loss, and hidden truths, Marvin's siblings were part of the complex legacy behind the man who forever changed the landscape of soul music. Marvin Gaye's personal life was a mixture of triumph and tribulation, with his relationships shaping much of his music. His marriage to Anna Gordy, the sister of Motown founder Berry Gordy, was a passionate yet tumultuous union that lasted from 1963 until their separation in 1973 and divorce in 1977. Later, in 1973, he met Janice Hunter, who was 17 at the time, while he was 34. They married in 1977, had 2 children together, Nona and Frankie, but eventually divorced in 1982. Beyond his marriages, Gaye was linked to several women, including Mary Wells, Kim Weston, and Tammy Terrell, though these relationships were often rumored rather than confirmed. While he shared undeniable chemistry with Terrell on stage, she denied any romantic involvement. Later in his life, he was romantically connected to Dutch model Eugenie Vis and British socialite Lady Edith Foxwell during the early 1980s. As a father, Gaye cherished his children despite the struggles that often overshadowed his personal life. He and Anna Gordy adopted Marvin Gaye III in the late 1960s, raising him in a musically rich environment. Marvin III later became involved in preserving his father's legacy, notably playing a role in the family's lawsuit against Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams over blurred lines, which resulted in a $5 million settlement in 2018. He battled diabetes, underwent a kidney transplant in 2014, and faced legal troubles in 2023. He has two sons, Marvin Gaye IV and Dylan Gaye. Nona Gaye, born in 1974 to Marvin and Janice, followed in her father's musical footsteps, releasing albums and collaborating with artists like Prince. She also built a successful acting career, starring in Ollie, Crash, and the Matrix sequels. She has a son, Nolan Pence. Frankie Gaye, born in 1975, has kept a low profile, preferring to stay out of the public eye. However, he joined his siblings in defending their father's music during the Blurred Lines lawsuit. Financial burdens weighed heavily on him, exacerbated by battles with the IRS and mounting debt. Substance abuse took its toll, threatening to silence the voice that had touched millions. On April 1, 1984, tragedy struck when a domestic altercation with his father ended in heartbreak. Just one day before his 45th birthday, the world lost one of its greatest voices. Marvin Gaye's legacy endures, woven into the fabric of R&B, soul, and neo-soul. His influence stretches far beyond his era, inspiring countless artists who followed in his footsteps. Accolades poured in, from induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to Lifetime Achievement Awards, each a testament to his immeasurable impact. His name remains etched in history, consistently ranked among the greatest vocalists and songwriters of all time. A pioneer, a poet, a soul-stirring genius, Marvin Gaye's music continues to move hearts, proving that true artistry never fades. Thank you for watching.